Ganito ka ba araw-araw? Gaano karaming oras ka na nagtatrabaho sa negosyo mo? 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours a day? You see, a lot of business owners continue doing everything on their own. Even after 3, 4, or 5 years in business, sila lang ang nagbubukas ng tindahan, nag-handle ng customers, nag-check ng inventory, nagsasara, and then sila yung umuuwi sa bahay para gawin yung bookkeeping. Pagod na sila. But they tell themselves, this is what it takes to run a business. Anak, there's a difference between running your business and growing your business, ha? There's a difference between being the hardest worker sa iyong negosyo and being the leader that your business needs. Hindi ka nagumpisa ng negosyo para lang mag-create ng job for yourself, di ba? You started it because you had a vision. You wanted to build something. You wanted freedom, security, tsaka opportunity. However, somewhere along the way, naging prisoner ka na ng sarili mong negosyo. Napaka-busy mo na working in the business and you never got to work on the business. So, let's talk about how you can make that shift. It's not about stopping what you are doing, but you just learn a better way to do what you are doing. You will learn to lead, not just do everything. First tip, kailangan mong mag-hire ng una mong mga employees. Ikaw pa rin ba ang gumagawa ng mga trabaho na pwede namang gawin ng isang empleyado? Let me tell you about Maricel, who runs a pharmacy. 3 taon, she did everything herself. Dispensing medicines, manning the cashier, managing inventory, talking to sales representatives, at saka nag-handle siya ng prescriptions. She was making decent money, but hindi nag-grow yung negosyo niya. She could not extend her operating hours dahil wala na siyang oras. And one day, yung isang clinic na katabi gustong makipag-partner sa kanya. Sabi nung may-ari ng clinic, we would refer all our patients to your pharmacy. Pero kailangan mong magstay open hanggang alas 8 ng gabi. At kailangan mo ring i-handle yung billing paperwork. Wow, ang laking business opportunity. At ibig sabihin nun, hindi na siya mamumroblema sa customers. Pero alam ni Maricel na hindi niya ito makakayanang mag-isa. So, meron siyang 2 choices. Say no to the partnership or mag-hire ng tutulong sa kanya. Iniisip niya pa lang, no, natatakot na siya. Iniisip niya, paano kung mali yung training ko? What if nakawan ako sa aking cash register? What if hindi ko mabayaran yung sweldo nila? Pero kahit natakot siya, nag-hire siya ng pharmacy assistant anyway. The first month, medyo hirap siya. No? Kailangan niyang mag-train the assistant on proper dispensing. Kailangan niyang bantayan kung paano niyang binibilang yung mga gamot. At kailangan pa niyang i-correct yung kanyang mistakes habang nakikipag-deal siya sa mga customers. So, halos mag-give up na si Maricel. Pero by month 3, something changed. Yung kanyang assistant ay natuto na. Alam niya na kung anong mga gamot ang i-recommend. And she handled the paperwork smoothly. And si Maricel, finally nagkaroon na siya ng oras para makipag-build ng relationship sa mas maraming doktor at makipag-negotiate ng better prices with the suppliers. And nakapagplano na siya na mag-expand. And guess what? She now has 2 pharmacy assistants with her. So ito yung lesson, anak. You cannot grow beyond your own 2 hands. Your business will only be as big as what you personally can handle unless mag-hire ka ng tutulong sa'yo. Remember, your business needs you to be the leader, not the laborer. Ito pangalawa, yung operations natin, kailangan nating i-systematize. Anong mangyayari sa negosyo mo if you got sick for 2 weeks? Let me tell you about Arnel and Emmy. Meron silang construction business sa city. For 4 years, everything was just in their heads, like subcontractor contacts, material pricing, project estimate, supplier payment terms. Tapos si Arnel nagkasakit. Hindi naman seryoso, pero kailangan niyang mag-bed rest for 2 weeks. Kaya si Emmy, she tried to run everything alone. Pero hindi niya alam kung aling electrician ang dapat niyang tawagin para sa project. Hindi niya matandaan yung cement suppliers bulk pricing. You see, the project schedules were all in Arnel's notebook. Kaya they almost lost a major renovation contract. Yung health scare na yon, binago nun ang lahat. When Arnel recovered, they spent 3 months writing everything down. Paanong pag-estimate ng project? Ano yung standard material cost? Sino ang mga subcontractors ang tatawagin for specific work? Yung mga payment schedules ng mga client. Tapos gumawa sila ng checklist, supplier list, and project templates. Yung foreman nila thought that they were crazy. Bakit ninyo sinusulat? Alam naman namin kung anong gagawin. Pero si Arnel at saka si Emmy, they understood something important. Kung ang negosyo ay magwo-work lang kapag nandoon ka, you don't own a business. The business owns you. Kaya 6 months later, they took their first real vacation in 4 years. Yung kanilang foreman ran the projects efficiently. Walang emergencies, walang panic calls dahil lahat ng bagay ay nasa systems na at wala na sa mga kamay ng mga owners. So, ito yung kailangan mong maintindihan, anak. Systems are how you multiply yourself. Kapag na-document mo na how things work, you can train others. You can take a day off. You can grow na walang chaos. So, wag na nating hintayin na magkaroon pa ng krisis bago natin i-build yung ating systems. Umpisahan natin ngayon, anak. Okay? Itong pangatlo. Dapat ang focus natin ay nasa strategy at hindi nasa trabaho. Kailan yung last time na sa isang buong umaga, ang ginawa mo is mag-isip lang tungkol sa future ng iyong negosyo? So let me tell you about Bea. Bea owns a packaging supplies business. Nung first time ko siyang na-meet, she was overwhelmed. Darating siya ng 6 a.m. para mag-check ng deliveries. Tapos every morning, nagsuserve siya ng mga walk-in customers niya. Afternoons, calling suppliers. Evenings, doing paperwork. Tama, she was busy pero yung revenue niya flat, walang pagbabago. Kaya nung tinanong ko siya, ano yung growth plan mo for next year? Tinignan niya ako at parang nalito siya. Sabihin, wala na akong time na mag-planning. I'm too busy running the business. At doon, nag-umpisa na nagkaroon kami ng hard conversation. Sabi ko sa kanya, Bea, checking deliveries is a 500 peso per day job. Ikaw ang may-ari. Yung time mo dapat worth 50,000 per day sa strategic decisions. Bakit mo ginagawa yung 500 pesos per day na trabaho? And she realized she was spending 90% of her time on tasks na kahit na sino kayang gawin. And only 10% of her time doing things na siya lang ang pwedeng gumawa. Tulad ng identifying new markets, building key partnerships, at pag-improve ng profit margins. Kaya ginaid ko siya and she made changes. She promoted her best staff member to operations manager. Binlock niya yung every Monday morning for her strategic planning. No interruptions. She started asking herself daily, is this something only I can do? So within 1 year, her revenue grew by 40%. Not because she worked harder. She actually worked less hours. But she worked on the right things. Diba? Ang galing. Bea was glad that she made that choice to train her employees. Kaya anak, ang trabaho mo as the leader is not to do everything. Yung trabaho mo is to see what others cannot see. To plan, to make decisions that shape your business's future. Ang daily tasks, train others to handle them. Okay? Pang-apat, yung mga tao natin, let us invest in them. How much money do you spend every year recruiting and training new people because your good employees keep leaving? Let me share about Dennis and Angela. Meron silang veterinary clinic. For many years, they kept hiring staff at minimum wage and wondering bakit umaalis sila. They would train someone for months, tapos that person would resign. Nakakapagod. One day, yung kanilang best vet assistant nag-quit para lumipat sa kabilang clinic for just 2,000 pesos more per month. So, galit na galit si Dennis. Sabi niya, after everything na tinuro ko sa kanya. Pero si Angela asked a better question. Bakit hindi natin inoffer yung 2,000 na addition sa kanya para hindi siya umalis? Doon nila na-realize na they were spending 30,000 every few months recruiting and training new people dahil ayaw nilang mag-spend ng 2,000 monthly to keep good people. It made no business sense. Kaya binago nila yung kanilang approach. They started paying above market rate for their top performers. They sent their vet assistant to animal handling seminars. They created performance bonuses for staff who brought in repeat clients. Yes, yung payroll nila nag-increase by 15,000 monthly. Pero alam mo ba kung ano yung nangyari? Staff turnover dropped to almost zero. Yung team nila became more skilled, pet owners trusted them more, customer retention went up, they could finally accept more complex cases dahil yung trained staff nila nagstay. Diba? Posible. Kaya anak, here is what many business owners miss. Your team is not an expense. Your team is an investment. When you invest in people who care about your business, they help you grow it. Kaya stop looking na for the cheapest labor. Start looking for the best people you can develop. Pay them fairly, train them well, and treat them with respect. Tandaan natin ha, ang negosyo natin will only rise as high as the quality of people that we build around us. Panglima, kailangang fiercely protected ang ating time. So, alin ba talaga? Are you running your business or is your business running you? Let me tell you about Gemma. She runs an advertising agency and she was always accessible. Clients would call her personal number anytime. Staff naman could interrupt her for creative approvals. Clients dropped by without appointments to discuss campaign ideas. Akala niya this was good client service, pero Gemma was super pagod. She could not finish any strategy work dahil sa constant interruption. She could not think creatively because her phone never stopped ringing. Kaya one Sunday, a client called her at 9 p.m. to ask about changing their Facebook ad copy. That was her breaking point. And so, she decided that it was time that she made tough changes. So, anong ginawa niya? Gumawa siya ng office hours at nag-stick siya doon. If someone said it was urgent, she would clarify if it really needed her attention right away or if it could wait. She also reminded her that she won't be able to make approvals between 9 to 11 a.m. unless it's something that truly cannot wait. So from then on, she required clients to schedule calls for campaign discussions. And alam mo kung nangyari? Something amazing happened really. Gemma finally had space to think. She used her protected morning time to develop creative strategies para sa kanyang mga biggest accounts. Yung momentum na yon helped her pitch and win a new client who became 30% of her income. Tapos, nag-train siya ng account managers to take over the routine client request. Ang galing, di ba? The business did not suffer from her boundary. It thrived. At yung lesson, anak, accessibility is not the same as effectiveness. Alam mo, being available 24/7 does not make you a better business owner. What it makes you is a burnt-out business owner. Ang oras mo is your most valuable resource. Protect it. Guard it like you guard your cash. Okay? So, making the shift from doing everything yourself to leading your business, hindi to madali, anak. Kailangan mong i-let go yung some of the control. You'll need to trust other people with your business. You will need to invest money in people and systems before you see the returns. Napaka-uncomfortable nito. Sometimes, nakakatakot. But here's what I know. After guiding a lot of business owners making this journey, hindi ka pwedeng mag-build ng significant business by yourself. You just can't. Your business will always be limited by your personal capacity unless you learn to lead. And leadership, it's not about being the boss. Real leadership is about creating systems that work, building teams that care, making decisions that move your business forward. You've been running your business for many years now. You have proven that you can survive. Kaya it's time na to grow your business, to thrive. Your business is waiting for you to lead it, not just run it. Your family is waiting for the freedom and security that comes from a well-led business. Ready ka na, anak. You've always been ready. Now go and be business-minded, Pinoy.